Right, guys. So this is the unit test that we have done in last week. It is from directed numbers, right? Then first of all, I will discuss this one, right? Then after that, uh, I will begin the lesson. Okay. So when I am uploading the recording to the YouTube channel, right? In the description, I will upload the link to download the paper as well. So you can watch the video recording and you can access the unit test paper through the given link below in the description also, right? In the uh, YouTube video recording, right? So I will do that, right? So okay, Buddha. So this is the paper that we are going to discuss right now. Right? Then after discussing this paper, right, let's move to the lesson likelihood of event occurring, right? Right. So I think you have the answers with you, right? So you have the answers with you, and you can check them out, right? Sorry. Right. So directed numbers. Uh, first, first question. Right? First question. Very easy. So you have something like this. So I will write. So this is unit test 3, right? First part, right? Sub part 1, right? So -5 plus -3. -5 plus -3. Right? So how do you add this? So you have to do the addition. Correct? You have to do the addition. How do you do this? කොහොමද මේක කරන්නේ? Right? So it is a very easy way. There is a very easy way to do. Correct? So before do the addition of the directed numbers or directed numbers, whatever, you need to remember small small facts, right? Very important, but they are very, very important. But you need to keep that in your mind. So I will write them. So it would be very good, right? If you can write them, right? After I wrote in the book. Right? So I think it would be very good, right? If you can note them down very clearly, right? You can highlight them as well. Right? So if you are going to add, two directed numbers, right? Two directed numbers or two directed fractions. The first thing, if you have, right? If you have uh, same, if you have sign, same sign for both numbers, for both directed numbers, right? Or for both numbers, sorry. Whatever. Whiteboard, yellow board. Who click the whiteboard? Right? So if you have same sign for both numbers, right? I will give you some examples. Right? If you have same sign for both numbers that you are going to add, right? Right, Putha? So you are going to add two directed numbers. So the first thing that you need to care about is, right, if you have same sign for both numbers that you are going to add, right? This is the way that you are going to follow. Right? Just forget the signs, right? Just forget the signs, right? Add the two numbers together. Add the two numbers together and put the same sign. Put the same sign for the answer. Right? If you add the two numbers, right, then you get the answer. Then you have to put the same sign for your answer. Then that is finished. Right? Now, for an example, right? So this is plus 5, right? And you are going to add plus 2 to it, right? Positive 5 and positive 2, right? So most important thing that you need to remember is, most important thing that you need to remember is, right? If you have the same sign, right? Very important, same sign for both numbers. Shall we check? May here you have positive sign. May positive sign and positive sign. Same sign for both numbers. Very easy. How do you do? Right? Positive, 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 positive. You have the same sign for both numbers. Right? Very easy to add. How to add? Just forget the signs. Right? Just forget them. Just forget the signs. Positive, positive, positive. Forget the signs. Right? Now you have 5 and 2. And you can add them together. Add the two numbers together. 5 plus 2, 7. Right? 5 plus 2, 7. You know how to add this, but I am telling you the way. I am telling you the perfect way to do this. Right? Then, and put the same sign for the answer. So this is your answer, right? This is your answer. What is the sign of the answer? Same sign. What is the same sign? Positive, positive. So your answer should be positive, right? Right. So this is positive. Now I will take another example. Right? These are examples. Now I will take negative number. Right? Negative 5 plus negative 2. Right? Negative 5, negative 2. Shall we check this? If you have same signs, right? You have same signs, right? If you have same signs, let's see whether we have same signs or not, correct? So here negative, both numbers are negative. So I have same signs, neither, right? Negative 5, negative 2. Super, right? Negative 5, negative 2. So negative 5 and negative 2, I have to add them. Okay, okay. Then what I have to do? Just forget the signs. So what are the signs? Negative, negative. I am going to forget them. So now I have 5 and 2. Correct? 5, 2. So add the two numbers together. 5 plus 2, 7. Okay. So this is my answer. 5 plus 2, 7. And put the same sign for the answer. So what is the same sign? Negative. So my answer should be negative. Right? So this is the way that you are going to do. Right? So let's do another positive 6. You are going to add the two numbers. Right? Positive 3 equal. Right? I am going to add directed numbers. Positive 6, positive 3. Same sign. Ne? So forget the signs. Forget the signs. 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3, 9. And how am I going to decide the sign? And put the same sign for the answer. What is the sign? Positive. So my answer should be positive. Right? So I will do another one. Negative 7 plus negative 3. Right? Negative 7 plus negative 3. How do we do this? You need to check whether you have same signs. Right? You are going to add the two directed numbers. You are going to add the two directed numbers. You need to check whether you have same signs or not. Check. You have same signs for both numbers. Negative and negative. Right? Negative and negative. Negative. Right. Okay. So how am I going to do? Just forget the signs because I have same signs. Just forget the sign. Then I have 7, 3. 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3, 10. Right? 10. Okay. Right? Okay. Then and put the same sign for the answer. So what is the sign? Both numbers are negative, so your answer should be same sign, negative. Right? The answer should be also negative, negative 10. Right? So this is the way that you are going to do. Please write down this tagga. Maybe have addition of two directed numbers. Then first one, this. If you have same signs for both numbers, you have to follow these steps. Just forget the signs, add the two numbers together, and put the same sign for the answer. පුතේ ටක් ගාලා ලියලා මට done එකක් දාන්න. Keep this in your mind. So this is your chakkare when you are adding two directed numbers. This is the first one. ඒක තමයි පළවෙනි chakkare. හරි? So if you have same signs for both numbers, just forget the signs, add the two numbers together and put the same sign for your answer. Right? This is how we are going to evaluate, right, two directed numbers without using the number line. Right? So this is the first one. I will write the second one as well. Okay, so this is the first one. I will write second one here. Right? Right. Now if you have same size, now what happens if you have different signs? If you have different signs, what happens? Same way, but there is a little bit of difference, right? If you have different signs for both numbers, right? Now this is the way that you are going to follow, right? First step is same, just forget the signs. Just forget the signs. Select the biggest number. So they don't write. I will give you the time. Select the biggest number. Right? Select the biggest number. Subtract the two numbers. Subtract the two numbers. Sorry. Subtract the two numbers. Put the biggest number sign. Biggest number sign to your answer. Right? You are right. That's all. Right? Right? Very easy steps. Right? These 4 easy steps. Right? ඔයාලගේ අයියලා අක්කලට they cannot do that පුතේ. හරිද? So you need to practice this very well. Without these things you cannot continue your grade 9, grade 10, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11. Hari? So you cannot even think about them. Right? Maybe small 4 steps you have to follow. If you are adding different signs numbers. Hari? So this is the important. Right? So let's do some examples. So I will do here, right? For this one, I will do here some examples, right? Like I did in previously. So now I have positive 5, right? Positive 5, and you are going to add negative 2, right? So how do you decide? Now you have to first check what are your signs of the both numbers. Different sign one, yes. Positive and negative, different signs, right? Different signs. So just forget the signs. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. Now I have two numbers, 5 and 2. Select the biggest number. What is the biggest number here? 5. You have 5 as the biggest number here. Can you see 5? I think it is May. There is an illusion. Right. So I will write it here. Plus 5 plus negative 2. Right. So first of all, you need to check your signs of both numbers. Positive and negative. Positive 5 and negative 2. Two different signs. Right. Then just forget the signs of the numbers. Now you have 5 and 2. Select the biggest number. Which is the biggest number? 5 is the biggest number. Right? Then subtract the two numbers. Subtract the two numbers. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2, 3. 3. Right? So that is my answer. So how am I going to put the sign? How am I going to decide the sign? Yes, this is it. Put the biggest number sign to your answer. What is the biggest number? 5 is the biggest number. 5 is the biggest number. What is the sign of the biggest number? Positive. Right? Positive. So your answer should be definitely positive 3. Right? So your answer is positive 3. So you have to just follow this. Very easy. Marvel easy. Butter easy. Right. So I will do another example. Negative 8 plus negative 8 plus positive 5. Negative 8 plus positive 5. Again, you have two different signs. Two different signs. What are the steps that you have to follow? What are the steps? Just forget the signs. 8, 10, 5. Now you have 8, 10, 5. Just 8, 10, 5. What is the biggest number? 8 is the biggest number. And 8 is the biggest number. Then get the subtraction. 8, 10, 5. Biggest number is 8. If I get the subtraction, 8 minus 5, it is again 3. 3. 3. How do I decide the sign? Very easy. My biggest number is 8. So what is the sign of 8? Minus. So this is minus. Very easy. Right? So I will take another example. Alright, right. So guys, please write this second one. Please write these two examples. Then I will give you another 1 or 2 examples. If you finish writing, let me know. Right? You can send me a D for that. So I want to see who finishes first. Right? So this one, you can send me the answer to the chat. Right? Uh, positive 5 plus negative 12. Right? Then positive 13 plus negative negative 2 plus positive 30. For both of these, send me the answers. Okay, Hirsha got the first place for the first one. Right? I have just received one answer. Right? What about the others? Okay, Hirsha got the first one. First place for both. So you have to follow these steps. These have different signs. Me, Dekal. I think you guys are not familiar with them. Okay, Tirath has sent me the first answer for the first one. Okay. Tirath, you have to check the sign. Yeah. Then only got the second place. Anusara got the third place. Cellular fourth place. Right? Cellular fourth place. Okay, Puti. Right. So, Vagisha doing just now. Okay, Puti. Right. So, make Puti more lazy, right? Very easy. Vagisha, I am discussing the unit test. In last week we did, right? Directed numbers, right? So these things are very easy. If you follow these statements, if you have different signs, more or less, right? You can use your mind. Always try to use your mind to do the calculation, right? Right? Now, positive 5 and negative 12. Positive 5 and negative 12. Okay, right. Now I have two directed numbers. Sorry, two different signs. Not the same sign, but two different signs. Sorry. Right, 5 and 12. Here, 5 and 12. 5 and 12. So, positive 5 and negative 12. So, what I have to follow? Different signs. Just forget the signs. Okay. Now, I have 5 and 12. Okay. Then, select the biggest number. What is the biggest number between 5 and 12? 12. 12. Then get the subtraction. 12 minus 5, 7. 7. 7. Okay. Then, how do I decide the sign of the answer? Put the biggest number sign to your answer, right? So what is the biggest number? 12. What is the sign of the biggest number? Negative. So this should be negative. Right. Then next one. Again, negative 2, you have to add positive 30. Negative 2, add positive 30. Okay, again two directed numbers, right? Two different signs. Two different signs. So what are the steps that you need to follow? Just forget the signs, right? So 2 and 13. Now you have 2 and 13. Then select the biggest number between 2 and 13. Now biggest number is 13. Then you have to get the subtraction. 13 minus 2, 11. 11. Right? 11. How do I decide the sign of the 11? What is the biggest number? 13. Right? 13 is the biggest number. What is the sign of the 13? Positive. Positive. So my answer is positive. Right? Positive 11. Very easy. What lazy, so you have to follow this step, right? Okay, guys. So that part is okay. Now,